juncture, I want to thank and appreciate the President for the effort he's putting, even getting out of this country, visiting other nations outside in the world, to seek for employment opportunities for our young people in this country. And I want to urge all the nurses out there, apply for the positions for the 2,000 nurses that are needed. And also I want to, at this juncture again, to thank the President for prioritizing programs that are going to generate additional opportunities, job opportunities for our youths in the country, including the housing programs and the EPZs that we are actually pushing as a country. But, Madam Speaker, above all, we must also concern ourselves and ask whether our colleges are preparing the young graduates to match the existing and available opportunities in the world or in the job market. So, Madam Speaker, I support this bill by Honorable Major Dong that there must be compulsory retirement after 60 years so that we create opportunities for others. That there must be penalties for those who are authorities that are not complying with the provisions of this legislation. And that there should be expiry of acting in acting capacity. So, Honorable Speaker, I support. And again, I want to congratulate Honorable Major Dong. Thank you.
Well, in the absence of the Honorable Andrew Okwome and the Honorable Julius Meli, member for Tinderet, I now give the opportunity to the Honorable Nabwera Nabi, member for Lungari.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. First, I want to raise to support this bill. Madam Speaker, I want to thank Mheshimiwa Benjamin for coming up with this amendment. Madam Speaker, as a HR practitioner, one of the things I found very unacceptable in the Kenyan public service is where we have casualized jobs, permanent and pensionable jobs. We have casualized them through acting appointment. Madam Speaker, a public service is a going concern. A public service is an entity of entirety. And Madam Speaker, in a country where you have excess labor, and not just labor, qualified labor, in a country where the public service should be setting standards for the private sector, it raises a lot of concern that we have key positions that remain in acting capacity for many, many years. Madam Speaker, you've heard what Honorable Malulu has shared with you, what befell him for 6 years. Madam Speaker, as I'm speaking to you here, a university in this country, which was almost, a university college which was almost going under, and a deputy vice chancellor was appointed to act, and he has acted effectively and brought that university to life. There has even been an attempt now to remove him and bring somebody who has been serving under him. That is what acting appointment can do. Madam Speaker, in this country, we have moved away from the tenets of code of conduct of the public service that requires one is appointed in acting capacity to assess his suitability, to assess his fit to the job, to now using it as a carrot by those who wield power. We have very sensitive positions